What up, traders? Welcome to another video. Up a few bucks today on crude oil and options. Yeah, I am starting to trade options as of this week, and it's going very well so far. But yeah, I traded crude oil today and Tesla. So we're going to get into those two trades, why I got into them, how I could have made more. And yeah, maybe you guys will learn something from my style of trading, how I go about viewing the markets. I'm just going to, tell you what I did. If you like it, you like it. If not, thumbs down. I don't know what to tell you. But this is how I go about trading. This is how it works for me. And this is what I'm going to keep doing. So let's get into it. First off, for those people that need to see my P&L, I took a screenshot, posted it on my IG. This is the screenshot. This is the account that I'm on. Yes, it's a live account. Plus $1,685 for the day. 420 of it came from crude oil. And this was this trade you see right here at about 10 o'clock, right before news. So today is Wednesday. There's a crude oil inventory report that comes out. Sends a whole lot of volatility into crude oil at 10:30 a.m. exactly. And today was that day where the report comes out every Wednesday, 10:30. Unless it's a holiday, then it comes out on a different day. But there's no holidays this week, so it was Wednesday, 10:30 a.m. So let's go to my bias for the day. My bias for the day was I was looking at a wick. Look, here we go. Here's my hypos. I don't know how that just popped up right there, but that was pretty good. So this is kind of my plan. I have a whole plan, going into each session. This is just for crude oil, actually. So my hypos, number one. So this is my main hypo. Retest wick 5270s, take a long trade. So 5270s, this is a key level that I get from another chart. A market profile chart that it shows me key value areas, where other investors, where the most volume has been traded. All right, that's a whole different lesson. But market profile charts are where I get my value areas from, if you were wondering. And that's how I came up with this 5277 level. And my hypo was wick 5270s, take a long trade, because that came from this overnight bullishness, right? So we saw buyers actually got above this 5277 level overnight around 5 a.m., all right? So at this point right here, this was the first opportunity to get long on this breakout, right? Because if price gets above this 5277, then in my strategy, my plan is to get long. Once it's breaking above, we get a little pullback. You should have got long right here if you're an overnight trader. So coming into the session, coming into the open, when I start trading, I trade the New York session. So from 9, for crude oil, it's 9 to 2:30. I'm starting to look and trade, around 8 o'clock. So I wake up and I see this bullish activity going on. Then, I'm in bull mode, right? So I'm saying, all right, price is bullish above this 5277. So Jay, listen up. You want to be long if we get a nice wick into 5277. But, that was my plan. It's up to me to follow it. Did I follow it? No, of course not. But now let's get into the trade that I actually took. This was actually, let's skip number 2 because that didn't happen. Actually could have happened if price accepts back into value area below 5270s. Use that line in the sand to get short. So now if we waited for price to get below 5270s at the end of the day, well, it could have worked out, right? We initially here at 1 o'clock, it actually faked us out, right? If you were looking for that, price to get below 5270s to take the short, well, it actually didn't work out because price bounced right back above. Shortly after, it came back down under, but whatever. That was hypo 2. We weren't really focused on it because the main hypo conclusion of the day was bullish, right? But hypo 3, if buyers aren't able to push much further than the overnight high and DVA goes rotational, then fade weakness, right? So this is kind of going to confuse the new people. You probably don't know what I'm talking about when I'm saying DVA, rotational, fade. But Basically, what it's saying is if buyers are weak and they can't get much further than the overnight high, which is here at 53.40s, then you want to look for a short for a short-term short opportunity to go against those weak buyers, because that's what we do when we see weak buying. We go against them. We could play. There's certain ways to play when you're seeing weakness from either buyers or sellers. Same thing. In this case, it was weakness from buyers. Weren't able to get much further than the overnight high. So that starts my radar. My radar starts going when buyers aren't able to go much further, which happened, right? On this breakout, which we got a lot of volume, we weren't able to, go, 20 ticks past that previous overnight high. So now my radar is going off. I'm saying, hey, look for a spot to get short. If price really shows you that, sellers are starting to come in here. So sure enough, before news around 10:15 or 10 o'clock-ish, around there, I saw a spot to get short on another chart, another intraday chart that I use. And I found a spot to get short, which is right here, 53.25. Only put on 2 contracts because it wasn't like my A+ setup. It was like more of a short-term scalp setup. And I entered it. I actually held it through news, which was a little more risky, but I had a really tight stop at 10 ticks. So I was only risking $200 for this trade, right? $200, and my target was only 52.77. So $200 to make around 25 to 25, $500, $1,000. All right. So I'm risking $200 for $1,000, which is great. 1 to 5, 5-to-1 ratio right there. So sure enough, I held the trade into news. News spikes all the way down to 52.80, right? So a few ticks away from my 52.77 level there, and then I actually ended up taking the trade off manually as it was moving very, very fast at 10:30. So it actually filled me at 53.04. I only took 21 ticks. Not pissed off about it at all. Obviously could have grabbed more, but it's whatever. It's whatever. Took what I got. It was a high-risk trade. I knew that going into it. But this kind of got me sidetracked. And I didn't catch that hypo one, that look for the wick into 52.70s and take the long, because that one paid off real quick and a lot better opportunity there. Probably would have gotten full size had I, not been so focused on getting out of this one. And then I actually shifted my focus towards Tesla after I got out of this crude trade. But yeah, that was the trade I took today. A little short scalp, $400 for that trade, as you could see right here. 420. But going over to Tesla. Tesla, I actually bought some options today, right? So these are the levels I was looking at going into today. Nothing special with this trade. Just following the trend. Yesterday was super, super bullish as well. So literally following the trends, following the levels. Like, hey, if price is holding above this level, then we're gonna hold here. 244.67 was a key level going into today. I was following the lead of my man Eric from Major League Trading. If you guys don't know, I partnered up with Major League Trading. I actually run the Forex side of things over there. But he runs a live stream every morning. I hopped on the live stream. I've been hopping on live streams, testing out options and stuff. But we were looking at 244.67 level. Sure enough, it held. And around 11 o'clock, I picked up 15 contracts. They were like $3.50 or something like that, $3 and some change. 15 contracts. So I used about $6 grand capital for this trade. And the target was 247.3. I was just planning on, it was a straight call. No opposite, no calls and puts at the same time. I bought the 245 calls right here when price was at like 244.60, right? And sure enough, if you were patient, it paid off, and I was able to snag about $1,200 on this Tesla trade today, which I only held for about an hour. I was in at 11. I was out at 12:15 or something like that. So Tesla options paying good, crude paying good, could have paid more, but solid profit day, not the best process day. Like even on this Tesla trade, I was supposed to hold until 247.3, right? That was my target. That was our target. That's what we were looking for. So, I took the trade off based off of P&L. I was up $1,200 on the trade. Yay, my first Tesla option, $1,200. But, that's not the way to do it. You got to strictly follow your plan, follow your rules. And that's the only way you're going to see consistent growth with trading. So those were the trades for today. I hope you guys got something out of this video. If you like them, if you want me to keep doing trade reviews like this, let me know. Shoot me a thumbs up. That'll be my key to go keep doing these, right? So those are the trades for today. I hope you guys liked them. It's your boy Jay. I'm signing out of here. Peace. Cheers.